There's a slight problem. There's not much water. And it's completely frozen. I think it's all ice. Hello and welcome to a very windy Reykjavik. We've just arrived at the domestic airport where you can catch smaller planes to take you to other parts of the country. We're trying to get to one of the most exciting but remote parts of Iceland, the Westfjords. The plan is to pick up a hire car at the other end in a little place called Wowsers, which is where we're flying to. But the situation with the roads when we get there is actually a little bit more complicated than we first thought. To help me explain, come and meet Kayleigh, who is one of my YouTube team. It's so quiet here. Hi, mate. Hi. Okay, this is Kayleigh. Hi. So we've taken a look at the roads, which we'll have to drive on when we get to Wowsers. Now, they're not impassable, but they're currently marked as slippy, blue slippy. In fact, hang on, I just want to get this up for you so you can actually see what this means. 2 seconds. So the roads in blue, that's what we would have to drive along. The problem is that they are incredibly icy, and when we look at the webcams, what might be slippy to people who know what they're doing because they're used to driving in Iceland, to us frankly looks a bit dangerous. I would say that's a bit more than slippy, and actually I would call that can't really see the road at all. So we're having to rethink our original location for filming a little bit, and we're looking to see what's a little bit closer to our accommodation. And we have found maybe one of the most epic waterfalls in all of Iceland. In fact, in our doing our bit of research here at the airport, we've learned that Iceland has well over 10,000 waterfalls. So, new plan is go and see one of them. Just gotta get there first. Wish us luck. 45 minutes before. We can only check in 45 minutes before. Wowsers?
Yeah, we will open 45 minutes before the flight.
45 minutes before the flight. Okay, we're just 2 hours early, so it's fine. We'll just go back to the cafe, get a sandwich. Oh, mate, you okay? Did I get that on camera? 2 hours later, take 2. Oh, Kayleigh nearly just took out a stack of chocolate bars, having just walked into a bowl 2 hours ago. Oh, how we laughed. Anyway, 2 hours later, it's time to actually check in. Here we go. It's coming on. We've arrived. This airport is literally just 3 rooms. Check in. The cafe. This is the boarding gates, 1 to 5, all here. And we're off. Wow. It's so small. It's got propellers.
Noti faringurshólf í flugtaki og lendingu.
Wow.
Thank you. Bye.
We've made it to Wowsers, and there's a map here, so we can kind of tell you what the plan was and what we're going to do instead. So we are here, and we were planning to do all of this. This wiggly route to get us to about here. But because the roads are slippy and it's incredibly near the water and we don't know what the weather's going to do, we've decided that's a bit too dangerous. So instead, we're going to start at Wowsers, and we're actually going to take the route which sort of goes through, I guess, the centre of the Westfjords instead, and make our way to this incredible waterfall just here. A lot more manageable. I just want to show you, look how cool these wheels are. So they've actually got little nails built into the tyres, and that helps them grip the slippy ice. So hopefully that will help us in these wintry conditions. Wrong side. snowing in the car, snowing in the car. Welcome back to the Westfjords, where it is still very snowy and visibility isn't great. However, we are pushing through with our plan to go and find this incredible waterfall, Dinjandi. The road situation is currently okay, but we're keeping track of it just in case anything changes. This is the route we're planning on taking. So the green means that the roads are easily passable and blue means that they're currently slippy. But as long as we are careful, the 4x4 should be absolutely fine. Cool. Woohoo, we made it! Slow down for the icicles. Turns out we are going over the water. The road just sort of continues like a bridge to take us over this fjord. I cannot describe just how epic it is. I don't feel like the camera is doing it justice, but it's just so atmospheric. We're driving along beside a fjord and it is absolutely beautiful, and the brilliant news is that some of the fog, the cloud is beginning, and the good news is that actually the fog, the cloud has started to lift, so we're seeing a little bit further into the distance, which is great for the waterfall. We're probably only about 20 minutes away, and so far so good. Well, I don't know if you can hear any of this. Wow, we just pulled over to take a look at the black sand. So Iceland is a really volcanic country, and because of that, a lot of the landscape has been formed by lava, and that lava has been broken down over time to create the black sand that you see along a lot of the fjords and the coastline. But we're making it back to the car now because the wind is coming. I think it's something like -4, but feels like -9, I think, right now. It is beautiful though. Wow, like even with gloves on, that is absolutely freezing. So we're just warming our hands in the car. Yeah! It's entirely possible that we might be able to see the waterfall in the distance. There's a slight problem. There's not much water. I'm pretty sure that we should be seeing the waterfall by now, and I think that sort of block of ice, I mean, I know it all looks like ice, but yeah, that's it, mate. That's it. There's a sign for it. Well, we have managed to reach Dinjandi waterfall, and we believe that that is it. Completely frozen over. Oh gosh. I mean, my hair is telling you just how windy it is. This is ridiculous. The amazing waterfall that we've come to see is still completely frozen over. Now, we are in April. We were told that there should be some meltwater by now and that the waterfall should be active, but it absolutely isn't. Wow. Here's your first proper look. No, there is water. I can see actual water up there. I can see water. There is some water flowing. Hooray! Hooray! Brilliant news. Well, it is brilliant news. Now we're a little bit closer, we can see that actually some parts of the waterfall have defrosted. It has started to melt. Actually, we've got this beautiful combination of frozen waterfall that looks like it's been frozen in time. It's really quite magical. And then we can see some of the water sort of like thundering through it. But before we go outside into the cold, we're just having some little car snacks. There we go. We've got our pre-made pasta and some crisps and a cream egg just to stock up, and a tea. But we've got the whole thing to ourselves, and I don't think I've ever seen a frozen waterfall before. I think it's the first time ever. It's kind of magical. Okay, layering up. I'm going to tuck everything in, so hopefully you should still be able to hear me on this, even though it's really windy outside. That's the plan anyway. I can hardly move, I've got so many layers on. Okay, I think I'm ready to go. Are you ready to go? Ready to go. Wish me luck. Here we go. I can see water. Yay!
Oh my gosh! So the huge waterfall up there, that's the one that's still largely frozen, but all the way down there are 7 little waterfalls. And this one is really good, it's flowing well. Wow, it is very, very breezy. But we're going to try and make it up to the enormous waterfall. The wind is picking up, so my eyes are getting a little bit teary. It's not emotional. You're right. She just fall over. And I stopped to think about just how remote we are right now. It's really quite exciting. Oh, Gongamanafoss. This one's amazing. Wow. I had hoped whilst I was here to explain how waterfalls work. Considering the waterfalls aren't in full motion, it doesn't feel right to make an entire video just on that subject. And actually, the adventure that we've had coming here almost feels too exciting not to share with you. I'm going to walk backwards so the wind isn't in my face. But having said that, actually, the water's flowing a little bit more than I thought it was when we first drove up. So maybe I can give you a brief explanation. So this is one of the smaller waterfalls here at Dinyandi, but it actually shows us quite well how waterfalls are made. So can you see the drop where the water seems to be just falling off the edge of these rocks? Well, believe it or not, once upon a time, the land would not have looked like this at all. Instead of a drop, these rocks actually would have been flatter. They would have just carried on in a gentle slope all the way down to the fjords. So what happened? Well, if we looked at that land when it was flatter, thousands if not millions of years ago, it's actually made up of layers. So you would have had a layer of hard rock, then soft rock, then hard rock, a little bit like a cake. When water flows over rock over a long period of time, it wears it away. We call this erosion, but water erodes soft things better and more quickly than it will do hard things. So when that stream all that time ago was flowing over the hard rock, it wouldn't have really done anything. But if it seeped through the cracks or washed over any of the soft rock, it will have started to break it down. And when that happens, over thousands of years, eventually the soft rock will completely disappear. And what you're left with is a drop between the 2 layers of harder rock. And that is just one of the ways that waterfalls form. This is the massive one. This is Dinyandi. It's so epic. I don't really think I can actually get a proper sense of scale, but we're going to try and get a little bit closer. The path is kind of stopping, but we should be okay. Oh! This is such an adventure. Oh my goodness me. This is so much fun. Oh, no. Okay, I'm up. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow. Oh, this is like a scene from Frozen. This was so worth it. This was so worth it. Oh, yes. Oh, look at this. That's incredible. Stromgliufrafrost. I can't imagine I'm saying that right. Whoa. Wowzers. Come and take a look at this. There's definitely water flowing right over the top of this cliff, but it's kind of underneath the layers of ice at the moment. So it's sort of, you can just see it behind all of the layers of icicles before it sort of like hits the stream that's continuing down to the fjord. Wowzers. Don't worry about the camera, just stay safe. Hey, had to have a little bit of a scramble just then, but we're now onto some steps, which is a lot easier. I just can't believe we're the only people here. And after a morning of such bad visibility, we could barely, we couldn't see far in front of us. In fact, the sun has come out. It's like it was meant to be. You know what? Oops. This obviously wasn't the original plan. Is that the original plan was to go to a completely different part of the Westfjords. We couldn't do that. So the next plan was to go and find a waterfall. We turn up to discover that it's frozen. But actually, I wouldn't want it any other way. I can't even begin to tell you how stunning this is. The way the water has frozen here at Dinyandi, it's like somebody sort of stopped it in time and that was it. It was frozen in that moment. Oh my gosh. That was a bit deeper than I thought it would be. This is good snowman snow. Should we build a snowman? Yeah. Let's build a snowman. Here in Iceland, there's a lot of myth, lore and folk tales around the idea of elves and trolls, actually. So maybe we could make this as a little friend for the trolls in the area. I feel like in every single one of my videos, there's always like a little guy. Like that was at the sand factory, had to make a sand castle. When we made the Q video, we had Shrew but the Shrew. So I feel like maybe this snowman can be our little guy of this video. Gosh, it's hard to make a circle because it sort of sticks together so fast. Maybe the key is to start small. What do you think? Okay, nothing. Not getting any help at all from my production team. My one-woman production team.
Go for the roll.
I'm trying, but it just sticks to it. Oh, actually, you're right, that is working. Hello, mate. Olaf. Maybe this is Olaf. I'm gonna go get some face. Woo! Moss. Little rocks, little rocks, little rocks. You a little rock? No, you're a boulder. Okay, here we go. It's a bit of moss, which I thought could be a hat, and I've got rocks to make a face. This is possibly the most terrifying snowman of all time. Oh, oops. Now he just looks shocked. Please me, Odin the snowman, who is now the guardian of the Dynjandi waterfall till it is fully melted in the summer. Farewell, friend, farewell. That was a nice little side mission. Okay, we are having to be extra careful here because, as you can see, it is very, very icy. Oops, making our way slowly up. So the thing is, the only way over this little hump of snow is just to climb over it. So come on, we're going for a little scramble. Okay, if you dig in, it's all right. Come on, you. Okay. You lot okay? There you go. Whew. That was exciting, wasn't it? Oh, bye! Like a gazelle. Look at that, so elegant. Way! Oh my word, we have made it. Wow, look at that. It's a frozen waterfall, team. Oh, wowzers. Yeah! We did it all the way to the top. Come here. Yeah, we did it. Wow. Wow, what an adventure. That is so worth it. Well, we did it. Thank you so much for coming on this journey with me. There is an adventure around every corner in Iceland. We came to the Westfjords for that and we definitely got it. Our first plan didn't work because the roads were impassable and we couldn't get there. Our second plan was to chase waterfalls. Driving here was really tricky, but we made it and we discovered the waterfall was in fact frozen. But you know what? I wouldn't want it any other way because the whole experience has been completely magical. So I'm so glad that I could bring you along. Please do subscribe for more videos and other Icelandic adventures. Stay curious and I'll see you soon. Bye!